I don't like it. I've been kind of working on it for a while, just seeing how it looks. I just keep on redrawing the design pretty much. So I printed it out and I traced over it, but I think I'm just it's just too much. I'm trying to make the lines too perfect, and that's not really my thing. I want it to be a bit more organic, like my sticker designs and stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna scrap this one. I wasted a little bit of time on it, but I went into my kind of storage, and then I did pull out some, like, an older screen print design that I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. You might have seen it before. It was on my Instagram at some point, I think. It was this one. I really liked it, but then I don't know like how it'll do. Plus, I think I need to work on the face a little bit more. I like the water. This is a reference to that painting. I forget. Was it Ophelia? I don't remember. But there's black, blue, and that's it. There's black and blue. That's two colors. And then I was like, oh, and this was in my, I guess my work in progress folder, but I really like this drawing too. I don't know if it'll look good as a screen print, also like why, I guess. I'm just trying to find the black lines, if I can find them. Well, they're there, but, yeah, it doesn't really work. It's a bit too busy. I thought I'd see. But yeah, I'm kind of sad because I need to, if I want to get these design out by Friday. I don't necessarily have to, I just want to get it done. But it looks like it's something that I cannot rush. So, I don't know, I have to think about it. I might rework this one and see how I like the rework, and then maybe I'll post to Twitter and ask people what they think. Alright, it's already 4:12. I have decided, I think I'm gonna go with this design instead. I reworked it. I made the font bigger. I am gonna keep the word whatever in there. It might not work for some people who were like, English is not their first language, so I'm gonna think about that a little bit longer. I posted it on Twitter and Instagram to kind of gauge people's thoughts, but I remember now why I dislike the biggest part of making shirts that I dislike is I don't know what people want, and so I'm trying to do the thing that I want to do, but also I'm also trying to think about what might sell. So it's really, I really hate that part about like creating your own merchandise. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it for a bit to like stew on Twitter and Instagram. Hopefully some people reply to my polls. But I reworked a little bit of the face and I isolated the two colors. I think when I was drawing this, I wanted to do it, but so the biggest thing is, so this is the blue. If I do two color, this is the blue layer. You can see her nails are blue, so aligning this is literally, not literally, but it's gonna be a bitch to line everything up. So that is without the black, and this is just the black plus the text. So I'm gonna have to lay the blue down first, and then I'm gonna have to line it up properly. You know what I'm saying? So like the colors don't bleed and everything like that, like outside of the black lines. So that was the biggest thing, but I think it's a challenge that I can get over, hopefully. So now I just have to do a little bit, think about the title if I want to keep that. I did make a mock-up, which I posted, so I just grabbed this from Google, this like blank shirt that a guy is wearing, and then I put the design there. So that's going to be how big it is. So maybe the font is a little bit too big, so I'll think about that. I could move the font here too, but I kind of like it up there because she's looking like her eyes are rolled back, like whatever. So it kind of, and you see the word whatever and then the image next, so it kind of gives you, it primes you to the image. But if you see the image first and you read whatever, you're going to be confused because you're trying to figure out, at least in my opinion, you're trying to figure out what the image is before you read the word. So, and it happens in like a few seconds, but that's what I think. So yeah, I'm glad I kept this design because I did like it when I made it. I do like the tiger as well. Let me show you the final, because when I stopped recording, that was not the final. So this is it. See how clean it is? It's just not my style, and I tried to make it a bit more organic with pencil. So it just, I think it's not its time. So I'm gonna keep it in my storage, and then maybe in the future I can get to use it. But It might even look good as an enamel pin. I will have to figure out this empty part though, so it could be an enamel pin actually, but right now he's just gonna be in storage for a while. Oh, that was another drawing that I opened up earlier. Alright, so that is the shirt thing. So yeah, I'm glad I got that done because I've been really itching to get back into making shirts. I think I might do the shirt thing like once a year. I'll buy a bunch of stuff, sell all the things if I can, like try and sell everything out. I do have, I want to have these shirts for VanCaf, and I applied for the Kazoo Print Expo again. I don't know if I'll get in this year, but I can sell them there. I'll sell them on my store. So yeah, I'm going to take a bit of a break. I still have to finish my coffee. I'm still on black coffee, by the way, and it's working really well for me. I found that a lot of my sugar intake was from my coffees. So once I cut that out, my sugar intake, I still like sweets and stuff, it has gone way down because I usually have 2 sugary milky coffees a day, sometimes 3. So now when my body has adjusted so quickly that when I had a chocolate bar or a bunch of pieces of like dark chocolate over the weekend, and I immediately got a headache because of all the sugar. So that's good. It just means I'm processing sugar back to like kind of a baseline. Black coffee, and I'm starting to like the taste of it. So I just had to do it for more than a week, and alright, I'm gonna take a bit of a mental break and then I can move on to comics finally. I really want to get the 10 pages done. I did upload a Patreon speed paint of my Dorian painting on Patreon, so patrons can watch that. It's just a speed paint, and I am planning to do a commentary over it and put it up on YouTube publicly. So I did get some stuff done. Alright, I worked on a page. It is now 5:13, so I'm gonna start making dinner. I bought a bunch of sweet potatoes. I've been really liking sweet potatoes, so I'm going to make that and cut up some stuff to cook with. What am I gonna cook? Oh yeah, pasta. This is my dinner I made. Well, I didn't make the pork chop, but oh, I need my lactose pill. Cheesy. I did the thing. I technically didn't draw it, but it's like an edit, you know, like a creepy edit. I think it looks pretty good. I like how I warped my smile. It's perfect. I also moved the pupil of this drawing the other way. It was in the center, but it's like I'm like looking both ways. Yeah. Here are the original photos. Oh, I took a bunch. Anyway.
You want something delivered? Use Postmates. Anything. It can be from a drugstore, it can be from a market, it can be from Taco Bell to get this food, like the food. You can get a taco.
I don't know how to flip that. It's 8:30 in the morning. I decided I wanted to make a big breakfast, so that's what I'm doing. I'm making an omelet with mushrooms and tomato on it with a bunch of like spices on the omelet. I put some salt, pepper, and some Ethiopian berbere in there. I think it's pronounced berbere, or is it berbere? Anyway, my boyfriend got it because he went to he went to South Africa one time, and he had like the berbere spice there everywhere, so he really liked it, so he bought them. Anyway, I'm making breakfast, so having that, and then avocados, and then something else probably, and then I'll get started on my day. But I wanted to eat before I started, so I'm making this. I don't think I'll flip this. Maybe it'll cook by itself, like with the steam. Is that a technique for omelets? I'll try it. Let's see if the top gets cooked a little bit more, then I can probably flip it. Adding the tomatoes at the end there probably were not a good idea, but I was hoping if I flipped it, I can cook the tomatoes on the pan. But we'll see. I don't want to put ketchup, that's why I put some tomatoes in there. because I'm trying to cut down my ketchup intake. I still have it, but trying to cut it down as much as I can. I also want to have coffee with milk and sugar. I have been very, very good with my coffee, my black coffee experiment. I started, well, beginning of the year I started, so maybe December 31st or like a day or two after that, and I have been very strict. I've just been having black coffee, and I found that I've only been having 1 cup a day. If I was gonna take black coffee, it's just for me to wake up in the morning. So I'm a little bit nervous to go back and dip my feet into coffee with milk and sugar because I might miss it again. So I'm debating. That's why it's empty right now, because I don't know what to do. Oh yeah, the top cooked a little bit. I think I can flip it. Hopefully it's not burned. No, but if you cut it in half, it's not the same. I cut it in half. Flip one side, then flip the next one. Shit. Alright, so I cut it up and slightly burnt it, but it's just me eating it, so it'll be fine. It's 2 eggs, by the way. I'm also doing bananas. I cut them in half with some peanut butter, and I usually have bread with this, but I have everything I need. But I find that doing this, the peanut butter sandwich in between the slices of banana, I don't miss the bread that much. It doesn't stick very well, is the problem, so I kind of have to work with it. I have some green onions just to make it look a bit more green. I did decide to put a little bit of sugar and milk. I put a teaspoon of sugar and then some milk because I've told myself, Joy, you're stronger than that. You can't let sugar control you. So yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy that. Back in the studio now. Man, my face is always it's always so different depending on the angle of the camera. Sometimes it looks skinny, sometimes it just looks like I don't know how to describe this, but like the outside of my face is just like doing this, folding into the camera. Oh yeah, so today we got lots to do. But before I begin the vlog, really, I wanted to thank you guys for being so understanding and nice so far in the previous vlog where I talked about like my finances and my income and expenses. So I'm still afraid to, like, if I get a comment on that video, I get them on my email, like there's a pop-up saying I got a new comment on that video, and this is for most videos, but I'm still afraid to read them. But so far you guys have been very nice. I've received some valid points and I am going to apply those to my sheet, like claiming income on clothes. You shouldn't really do that, although I've heard from different people. Some people say you can claim clothing depending on the context of it, and some people say absolutely not. So I think I'm just gonna have to kind of do my own research on it on the Canadian government website and see what I can find. If not, maybe I'll try and talk to some accounting people. But yeah, so thank you so much for all your comments and tips and suggestions, and also for being very nice and being appreciative, because yeah, I just really wanted to put that out there because I know a couple people on YouTube have talked about, you know, their expenses, but I don't know if they've really broken them down into like something like I would want to see, like what I did. So anyway, let's not talk about that anymore. I just wanted to say thank you. So okay, so the first thing, I have my agenda here. I have a couple of things to do before I start on the main thing I want to do today. I'm dedicating the most of today to working on a exclusive horror comic for VanCaf. I don't think I've mentioned it in this vlog, but I did get into the Vancouver Comic Arts Festival. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might have mentioned it, but I don't remember. So I got in there. I got into that. I have a half table, and it'll be in May, right after TCAF. Like I said, I didn't get into TCAF. I got waitlisted, so I don't know if I'll get into TCAF at all. But if I do, then woo. I'll just have to make more stuff. If I don't, then I want this comic ready for VanCaf. I always want a new comic every time I con. I try to because there were some cons where I didn't have a new comic. I would just use the most recent comic, and usually they're pretty new. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. And then I got done the screen printing stuff over like last week, but I'll show you the designs. Oh yeah, I think you did see some of that in this vlog, because I remember vlogging and there was too much vlog for the previous vlog. But let me show you the printouts of them. Okay, so there are two designs. The first one is this one, and I decided to actually get rid of the text. Some people said that it was a bit too cheesy. I just wanted to put it there because I didn't like this drawing is a reference to the character Ophelia, who I believe is in a Shakespeare play. We didn't study that play. I think it was Hamlet. Maybe it was Hamlet. But she was like floating in a lake, and I think she was dead. I don't remember, but I didn't want it to be like, oh look, a person dead in the water. That's why I wanted to put the text there. But I think her face portrays enough that she is well and alive and very sarcastic. So I got rid of the whatever, and it's gonna be blue because, well, most of the colors are gonna. So this is what I wanted to challenge. I wanted to challenge myself in this next round of shirts. I wanted to do more than one color, more than black. Because last year when I did my Kevin shirts, they were just black ink, so really easy. What I really needed to hit the nail on the head there was like the design itself, that it works well in just the black ink. But now I'm working with at least 3 colors, so I don't know. I haven't bought the inks yet because I'm not sure. I've sent the designs off. Hopefully they work out. It's just the colors, I have to figure it out. I'm still kind of iffy about the t-shirt color too, because a lot of people said they'd rather not have a white shirt, but a white shirt is so much easier to work with your designs than like a black shirt or a colored shirt. The black shirts I'd really love to do. It might work, but I think I just need to do a bit more research into what colors I have to get. Anyway, this is the second design. So he's got teeth right here. And I did not add the yarn because I think it would take away from his like finger legs claws. So I didn't add the yarn. I did add a few more like fingery claws up there. And the teeth look like that because the background, or his like main body color, is going to be colored with the teeth knocked out of it. So we'll see how that works. I feel like once I like lay it down on the shirt or whatever test paper I have before I do the shirts, I might have to do like hand embellishments for this one, because it's too late for me now. I sent off the design. They are currently being put onto the screen, so lots of things that I'm a little bit afraid of. So, but we'll see. Hopefully it works out. If not, then I've learned things. The other thing is it's going to be a bit more expensive this time around because I want to do colored shirts. So the colored shirts are going to be a bit more expensive than a regular gray or white shirt. So lots of things to consider, but that's where I'm at so far. Right now I am putting this off to the side because I am going to be working on the comic today. I'll show you the first page. I worked on a page and a half last night, so we'll see. And this comic is actually going to go into my horror anthology. I just want to have something to sell at VanCaf that is new. Even though a lot of the stuff there will be new, technically, because somebody who hasn't bought my stuff in Vancouver, they'll only get it there if they haven't seen it in my store. Okay, I've been talking for a while now. I'll show you the first page. Yeah, here it is. It's not, I guess you wouldn't really call it a comic page. It's mostly like one comic panel. It's my establishing shot, so it's the first page you're going to see. There may be pages before that, like the foreword or something like that. I like to put that in, like a comic by Joy San. I might even do like a quote this time, I don't know. But so this is the first thing you see. But that's it. I just wanted to show you that because I'm pretty proud of it. I did it when I got home last night just to kind of relax a little bit before going to bed, and it worked out really well. I might just have to fix this part of the drawing because it's there's a dead like plant, potted plant there, but it kind of clashes with her neck, so I might just move that. But yeah, so I'm gonna continue working on this. I already have the whole story written down in my head, so I just have to draw the pages. So this comic is gonna have a bunch of shots of a bunch of panels where a computer screen or a phone screen is involved, and I was trying to think of comics that have that as a, like have that a lot in their panels, and the first thing I could think of was Snot Girl. So I pulled out my first volume of Snot Girl. I haven't bought any other volumes, but I know she uses her phone a lot in this, so like it'll be really nice to kind of use that as an inspiration, because I don't want my illustrations of the phones and computers to be too like too rigid or too, what's that word, angular. I want them to be a bit more organic, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna see how, like, look, this is really good, a really good idea. Look how cute that is. Just like how, because the thing too is I don't want the screens sometimes will be like they'll be oh, I can't talk. There's going to be a lot of skewing and perspective, so I kind of wanted to see how that looked. So this is a really good example. I did it. I found the right reference. Also, look at that. Just like typewritten stuff. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, and this too. Look. Like when they're texting, you can see like the text bubbles. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, so I'm gonna look at this, look through this. Honestly, I feel like I have a little bit of a food coma from that breakfast, so I'm feeling a little sleepy. The coffee's helping. I like to chase coffee down with water sometimes. Okay, let's do this.
Okay, and this is like maybe the most out of left toasted sesame, which could. Yeah, it's time to talk numbers.
Let's talk numbers.
Starting with ingredients. Yeah. I will say this was an incredibly hard list. A lot of nuances going on.
So many things.
All right, it's quite a few hours later now. It's now 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I actually streamed working on the pages. I got up to 7 pages. I was aiming to get to 10. I think I might end up doing 10 today, which is really good. So I did a lot. I am not archiving the stream. I don't usually archive streams because the pages are going to be exclusively for Patreons. They're not exclusive when they're live, obviously, so anybody who comes by the Twitch stream can see the pages that I'm working on. But yeah, so I was streaming. It went really well. It was really chill. I got a lot done, but by the 7th page, I guess it took me 3 hours. Wait, 3 hours? Yeah, the stream itself was 3 hours, so it took me 3 hours to get to maybe how many pages? I'm looking here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pages, 3 hours. 4 pages in 3 hours, so pretty good. I think I'm gonna take a break. I'm going to prepare a sweet potato for lunch. So I'm gonna do that. It's gonna take a while, and yeah, that's pretty much the updates. I did really well. I mean, I'm pretty happy with the stuff that I did, but I can't remember what else was on my agenda today. Oh yeah, I wanted to post another little kind of reminder on my social media that my Patreon cycle is gonna start charging this, when is it? I'm looking at the calendar. So by Saturday, the credit cards are going to be charged. So if you are interested in getting the slime sticker set and also the slime notepads, do it before the 1st of February so you can get that. That will be the January Patreon rewards, physical rewards. So, and I also have a Patreon vlog that I'm preparing, so that'll be up as well eventually. But yeah, I need to do that right now, and then I'm going to make my sweet potato. I'm going to get it ready. Okay, fast forward. It's 8:22. I don't remember the last clip that I took, but I think I said I was gonna make a sweet potato. So I did. I ate all of that and then I took a nap. I think it's because I woke up pretty early and then I was on my phone for a bit and then I did the breakfast. Like I got ready at the same time I did the breakfast and then I worked on the comics all day. Well, until like 4 or something, or 3:30 or something like that. Then I guess I just wanted to have a nap. So I did. I rarely take naps nowadays. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I rarely take naps during the weekdays, but I take a lot of naps during the weekends. So that was weird. Anyway, I'm still working on a page 8. I'm finishing it up soon, and then I'm going to move on to page 9. I am aiming to do 10 pages tonight, so by tonight, so that'd be good. And just in time, another vlog just got posted on my subscription feed, so that's awesome. Oh, and speaking about vlogs, I recently went through some of my older YouTube videos, or some of my comments, and some of the comments were put into spam, and these were comments from a long time ago, and I really feel bad because I never got back to the people whose comments got, for some reason, shifted into the spam box on YouTube for comments. If I didn't get back to you, I really apologize. It was probably a spam. It was probably moved to the spam, so I couldn't get the comment. I usually get notifications on my phone about somebody commenting on a video, but if I don't get it, then I guess it went to spam. Also, some of my older videos have comments turned off, and I have to manually turn them on. So if you encounter a video of mine, an older video of mine that does have that, because I didn't go through all of them, I just pick through randomly, and the comments are off, and you're bored, let me know so I can turn the comments back on, but that's really annoying, so yeah. Okay, I'm going to continue working on this. It's 8:24, so it was a good nap though. I was starting to get a headache after I did the stream, and then it's gone now, so that's good. Good morning, guys. It is Thursday, 9 in the morning. I woke up at about 8 and I did some stuff around the house, mostly put like the dishes away and put all the bed sheets from the couch up to the bedroom, like the comforters. I was sleeping on the couch the whole time my boyfriend was away on his trip. He's coming back today, maybe around noonish or something like that. So yeah, I was just sleeping on the couch. I didn't feel the same sleeping in our bed without him there, so I just slept on the couch. I am going to continue vlogging today. I don't know how much footage I have from the last few days because yesterday I spent all day working on comic pages, so when you work on comic pages that you can't show, I don't really have much footage of that, but so I'm gonna see what I can do. I think what I'm gonna do to plug in some like art stuff today is start working on my Patreon doodles. The deadline for the pledges is coming up soon. I think it's actually tomorrow or Saturday. I think I can start kind of drawing some stuff for that, or maybe even thinking about it. So that's what I'm gonna do, and then probably that's gonna be the end of the vlog. We bought some new candles for the house. This is the one I picked. It's Blue Orchid Skies. Orchard? Anyway, I used it already, but I want to have some this morning. So I'm going to turn that on. Or light that. Yes. Oh, snap, snap. Cool. I'm gonna put it a bit to the side here. Yeah. It's a little gloomy this morning. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys this, but I finally bit the bullet and I bought the Sakura Koi paint tubes. Sakura Koi is my most favorite watercolor. I think it's... I like it over Prang. Prang is obviously student grade, but I still love using Prang. But I use Koi for most of my watercolor works, and I also use Winsor & Newton sometimes. I have a palette of it, like I bought a long time ago. But I started with Prang, and then I moved on to Sakura Koi watercolors. This was my like higher grade set, but I've used this so much and I'm already running out of colors. I'm hitting pan on a lot of them, and I thought I should buy this. It's more expensive to buy the tubes. Well, actually maybe not, because you have more bang for your buck with the tubes, but I'm sure I'm going to use this for a long time. It was about $35 or $34.99, and then plus taxes. So I've been thinking about it for a while. So I just went when I was out and about close to a Curry's on Friday. I just got it, and yeah. So just your regular paint tubes. I'm debating whether or not to refill the paint here into the paint palette, or that portable one that I use, or just use it as sparingly. But anyway, I got that. So now I have my paper here, and this is just cans and mixed media. I need a Post-it to measure out my doodles. So I don't know what to draw yet, but we'll for sure come up with one. The slime drawings were quite nice, so kind of like in that same direction in terms of style. But yeah, what is the sticker set? The sticker set is slime, so I want it different from the slime set. Well, I could do that too today if before my boyfriend comes, I could start putting together the notepads. But again, I don't know how many for sure, but I can definitely do like 5 or 10 or something like that. Start printing them out anyway. Okay, I'm going to continue doing this, and then I might switch you guys over to the overhead camera, because that one lasts longer compared to this one, which will die in probably 5 minutes. So yeah. I decided what I wanted to draw. I remember going through my Twitter and I saw this video, so look here. So I want to draw that little dragon like that. I want to draw a bunch of them like that. I tried drawing one already. I'll show you in a bit, but they're so intricate and so hard to kind of simplify. But we'll see what we can do. And I think it would be appropriate because of Chinese New Year as well. But I thought that was a this is such a funny video. It's so cute. I want that toy. Okay, so here's my first attempt. I have a bunch of references on Google, but I think it would be best actually if I work separately on the paper that I'm not going to use, because I'm going to be erasing a bunch. So where is my sketchbook? Hold on. Okay, I found my sticker sketchbook. What is this piece of paper? Okay, I printed it out. I've been ripping pages out of it because it's just so easy to work outside of the spine. I'm just gonna film a little bit of this because I don't know how long I want this drawing thing to be. But these pictures that I found are great. So again, trying to simplify this awesome looking dragon. So they have main elements, obviously. So I do want to keep the main elements. The main elements include a large head and the cute little body. So I want to exaggerate those things. Make it almost look like a dog. Well, they kind of look like, they do kind of look like doggies. So accentuate head, accentuate eye. Big eyes. They also have pretty similar eyes and on everybody, and they have that like pom-pom nose. They have a shining mirror here. And then I think it's a hat up top. And they have ears. So So, oh, my image. They got like a bunch of, just a bunch of fluff where their mouth is. And some dragons I've seen have teeth. Some don't. Some just have like, okay. And this one is just gonna have a fluffy mouth. And then they have the beards. Okay, okay, okay. And then their eyes are like these. This will definitely look a lot better colored, but I still need to get the main elements of this costume down. Okay, the head is okay. The body though, I also want the body to be able to like be maneuvered. So I am gonna put shoes because they're dancers in there. They're not. And just the two people variation. And then their bodies are so cute. Just like what? That's cool. Okay, let's try and color that in. Get my kneaded eraser. In terms of colors, I'm going to, so this is just a test. I'm gonna do my pencil crayons. Okay, that yellow's fine. Not the yellow I want, but for purposes, the sketchy study purpose, it's good. This is my reference, by the way. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. And these are gonna be quick because I will probably do more than 10 of them, so I don't want to take too long on each one, but I also want to make each one look good. So they're gonna be like kind of sketchy. Beard is also this color. We'll go with a different yellow. Let's do the eyes. I wonder if they move the eyes too, like the dancers, if they move the eyes in there as well. Now I have red. I might even go over with some watercolor just to fill in the white gaps, but we'll see in a sec. Some red here too. I gotta be careful with that. Yellow. Oops. And some of them have the whiskers. The dragon whiskers. Okay, let's do I want to emphasize the little human feet underneath, because they are the stars. This guy has some red. There's some pepper and some red in there. Oh, and the feet. Okay, and I'm gonna take my kneaded eraser, get rid of more of those pencil lines. The kneaded eraser does pick up some pigment, so I just put it back. Alright, so let's try the watercolor on top of it to get rid of the white. Start with yellow. definitely, now that I've done a bunch of it, it definitely needs more work in terms of, I think I might have to line it because it just looks like a blob of yellow and red right now. Not really clear what I'm trying to show here. So I'm gonna let it dry for a bit and then we'll try it with ink. That's already a lot of steps. We'll see what happens. All right, change of plan. I drew a bunch of them. I drew this one, then this one, and this, then this. This one's definitely the best because for now, because I've been like trying to see what I can do. I just think it's gonna take me long to make each of them, so I might have to abandon this idea. I did like drawing them. It needs a little bit more studying because the costume is so intricate, and I just can't seem to get that same feeling as when you see it. So it might be like one of those things where it just looks better seeing it in real life. I'm sure there's some beautiful illustrations out there of this awesome costume, but for Patreon doodles that I have to do pretty quickly, I don't think I can do it, and I won't do it justice. So back to the drawing board. I'm going to think of more ideas on the same sheet of paper, and then I will update you. Okay, I got it. We're drawing candy. So this is probably better suited for like Halloween, but my Patreon packages aren't really themed because that's too hard to keep up with. So I'm just going to do candy for January, and I'm just gonna try and come up with different candies. But that's Doodles, I think. I think that might work well. So I have this candy that I haven't eaten yet from Italy. But that's what we're gonna do. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna vlog much more of this, but I'll show you guys a couple of them if I get them done before I start editing this, so I'll see you guys later. Okay, so it's now 10:15. I did a couple of sketches of these candies, but as I was doing that, I decided I wanted to start editing the vlog now before my boyfriend comes home, because when he comes home, maybe I'll spend time with him right away, so we'll see. So I'm going to transfer all my clips, start editing, and I also wanted to tell you guys that I might be putting up the first part of my Europe vlog up on YouTube. I was gonna do it just as a Patreon thing, but because I'm working a lot on it in terms of editing, I thought I felt like I want to share it more. But no worries, Patreon is going to have a personal, more intimate kind of vlog soon. So maybe part 1 of Europe vlog is gonna come up on YouTube. The thing about it though is not a lot of people like travel vlogs, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna share it. So that's coming up, but I think I am going to sign off now unless something else exciting happens that I want to share. But I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope it was entertaining, but yeah, thank you for being here at the vlog at the end. Oh, I wanted to show you the sketches beforehand. Okay, hold on. So these are just very light pencils. I don't even know how easy you can see them. So there's the fruit to goes that I like. There's Skittle, just one. I couldn't help it, so Skittle. And then there's Nubbins, but these are like nerds. This is Popeye, tasty candy sticks, but his eyes are popping out. This is Hubba Hubby, I don't know, Mini Oggs, because whatever. I thought Mini Oggs was funny. And this is gonna be like a goldfish. So some of them are gonna be like a riff on the candy, like Skittle, just one. I really like that actually. Skittle, just one. Alright, that's it. Oh, I'm getting a text. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.